Dragon Ball FighterZ is the culmination of a legendary franchise, packing fast-paced combat and graphics faithful to the source material. With a legacy that spans decades across all forms of media, Dragon Ball is one of the largest Japanese media franchises around. With fighting game titans Arc System Works at the helm, Dragon Ball FighterZ has all the requirements to be a hit on paper. FighterZ appears to take place at some point between the Universe 6 saga and the Universe Survival saga in Dragon Ball Super. The game's story mode revolves around the revival of Android 16, an army of clones, and Android 21, an original character for the game. The game features 3 story arcs: the Super Warrior arc, the Super Villain arc, and the Android 21 arc. In these different scenarios, players undertake the story from the perspectives of Goku, Frieza, and Android 21 respectively, with the stories playing out differently in each. While the story itself is a bit generic and repetitive, it does a great job in acting as a tutorial for players. The action-focused fighting system shines, and is easy enough for anybody to pick up and play, while being deep enough for players to improve if they so choose. Combos are simplified, super moves are completed with just a quarter circle, and characters share button combinations. FighterZ is very easy to get into initially, though more techniques such as parries and guard cancels may be somewhat harder to pick up for those unfamiliar with the genre. With 3 vs 3 combat, reminiscent of the Marvel vs Capcom series, and a decent cast of characters out of the box, 24 total, there's a wide variety of matchups to be had. A few of those characters are unlocked based on game progression, and there are 8 more planned as DLC. The characters are surprisingly well balanced, which means that a team of Yamcha, Krillin, and Tien are just as formidable as a couple of Saiyans and Cell. Go ahead, roll your eyes here and make a Senzu Bean joke. All jokes aside, the characters all play well, and although tiers will form as time goes on, players can reasonably choose their favorites and compete well. Along with the story mode, FighterZ features arcade mode, local play, training, and online multiplayer. The game's local play options also allow for a tournament of up to 16 people. At the time of the review and this video, the servers weren't online yet, so we couldn't test that. The game also has a shop which allows player to buy capsules with in-game currency, and those contain random cosmetic items. The other massive pillar of the game is the graphics. Arc System Works art is always top-notch, but they did a fantastic job adapting Akira Toriyama's style into Dragon Ball FighterZ. With characters and attacks looking just like you'd expect, the game has even raised comparisons to scenes from the anime. In addition to just looking great, the game's seamless transitions into super moves and destructive finishes are another nice touch. With the graphics looking as true to the source material as they do, Dragon Ball FighterZ should be just as awesome to watch as it is to play. Overall, Dragon Ball FighterZ is primed for mainstream success with its popular franchise, low barrier of entry, ease of play, great aesthetics, and fast-paced combat. Not only is the game simply a tight pick-up-and-play fighter, but it's one that does the source material of Dragon Ball justice. While more characters would have been nice to have, most of the household names in the series are included. Dragon Ball FighterZ is a solid fighting game with a plethora of game modes, and we can't wait to see the game evolve after launch.